Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttrading-solutions.com on a Friday. Uh, yeah, let's get right into the charts with the S&P kind of just battleground here at Friday's level. Let's get into it. Again, subscribe to the newsletter. I'm going to be writing about this weekend and so on and so forth. Let's get right into the charts. So what we're seeing this afternoon is the S&P is basically just churning right at going up, extend this out a little bit. We got the S&P basically consolidating right at that gap from Sunday. You can see right there. So it's been coiling up here, building some tension, which obviously implies that we're probably going to get some kind of a move out of this tomorrow, next week. We've got CPI, PPI, tons more earnings, so on and so forth. So, from that perspective, this could be bullish. Clearly, we could break down and maybe make a new low. But what I'm looking at today, you can see obviously it's just been a very, very choppy day today. Today was just kind of a typical Friday. Last couple of days really just meandering here. So this actually does set up for a breakout at some point next week. Also, over the weekend, is there going to be a repeat of next weekend? The odds are low, but you never know. Here, you can see the NASDAQ similarly just churning. They did take out that high, and similarly, all the mega caps are doing the same thing. We need NVIDIA over 110, I think, to get this thing moving. So kind of a tentative trading, obviously with what happened last weekend. Russell also just chopping around. So the average is just chopping around. What I'm looking at too, this is going to be really the VIX dropping below 20, I think is going to be a bullish signal. If we can get below 20, we're still about 20 and a half. The VIX is dropping. Yesterday was a little touchy because the VIX was still up around 29, even as we closed. But now I think we're unwinding some of the volatility. Good news is options are going to come down, compress in price. So coming into next week, it'll be better for buying options. Now, also, rates, had some bond auctions, whatever. It really didn't do anything today. The dollar similarly just churning. So all in all, all these markets just kind of meandering today. There wasn't anything. Oil is rallying, and I think again part of it concerns over this weekend whether they're going to the Iran situation, whether that's going to escalate. Iran did threaten to retaliate and so on and so forth. So we'll see with that. And then that gas also with what's going on in Europe and Russia is starting to perk up a little bit. So all in all, again, just a very choppy 2 sessions after, huge volatility last week. But again, remember, we still have the PPI, the CPI next week. And markets are very data driven. In fact, the claims number is actually what, if you think about why the market rallied, the claims number were actually better than expected with this notion that the economy is going to fall off the cliff. That didn't seem to be the case as the jobs, the claim numbers came off a little bit. So that kind of sums it up. Bottom line is, averages are coiling up, expecting another big move, whether it's, back to here or at least an attempt at a rally. The levels really are the key levels. Obviously, are we going to test the lows from last Sunday, clearly, and or are we going to rally back up to the breakout of here, which is 54.57? Those would be the levels here. Okay. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Again, sign up for the newsletter. Give me a thumbs up. And if you need anything or have some inquiries about what we're doing. By the way, we did take a long position in nat gas, and we're expecting some big moves in nat gas. So, okay, all right, have a great weekend. See you on Tuesday.